Hello everybody, this is a video to show you how to make the rotation tessellation. The materials that you will need are your square piece of paper, a pencil, tape ideally, but if all you have is glue, that is fine also, scissors, and a sketchbook. So, as I mentioned before, if you have something other than regular paper to cut your square piece of paper out of, such as a note card, then that's going to work really great. But use what you have. So for the rotation tessellation, we are going to draw a line from the top corner, and it's going to end on the bottom corner of the same side. I'm doing mine's on the left side. If you want to do yours on the right side, that is fine. Now this line can be a jagged line, a curvy line, a jagged and a curvy line. It's really up to you. I'm doing mine's in marker so you can see on the camera, but do yours in pencil. So starting from the top, any type of line, starting from the top corner and ending at the bottom corner on the same side. I'm going to cut that out. Okay, now I have my two pieces. That is how it started. And all I'm going to do is take this piece and move it to the top. Another way to look at this is if my piece were right here, all I'm really doing is rotating this piece upward. Hence why the name is called rotation tessellation. So again, this piece originally here, and all I'm doing is rotating it to the top. And that's where I'm gonna reattach my piece, making sure that the corners line up as closely as possible. I'm using tape to attach my piece, which is going to be a lot easier, but if all you have is glue, you can glue it also. The only thing with glue is you just want to put a little bit on the edge and overlap it as little as possible. So I have my tape, I'm reattaching it, and that is my new shape. So now I'm going to show you how to repeat the pattern on your sketchbook. Again, I'm going to use marker so you can see it a lot better on camera, but I want you guys to do this in pencil first. So one thing that you notice about your tessellation tile is that it has two straight edges. To start out the rotation pattern, a good way to do this is match up one of your straight edges with the bottom of your paper. It doesn't matter which straight edge you choose, just choose one of them. So I'm going to start here. My bottom edge of my tile is lined up with the bottom edge of my paper. This is what it looks like. That's the first outline. Now In other tessellations, we usually move this tile up, down, kind of side to side. But if we do that with this, you can already see that it doesn't really fit anyway. And that's because this one's a little different. So what we have to do is rotate our tile to complete the pattern. So if you see the bottom edge of my tile is facing towards the bottom of my paper, so if I rotate this one time, now the bottom of my tile is facing the side. And I can see that this piece fits right on top. And that is where my next outline is going to be. So we can see that the name of the rotation, tessellation, also goes into rotating the tile when we make the pattern. So again, my side, I can rotate it again. Now it's facing upward and it fits right here. Rotate my piece one more time and we can see that it fits in our last space on the bottom. So now we can see a little bit more clearly how the piece rotates around. And everybody should end up with a large square like this. So this is what if I take this away, this is what our piece is doing. Moving, then we're tracing, moving this, then we're tracing, rotating it around, tracing, and then lastly rotating it one more time and tracing. So our piece is kind of spinning around in a circle a little bit. So to continue the pattern, all I'm going to do is match the straight edge again over here and then continue it. Trace, 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 trace. I'll show you one example of a completed one. This one is a repeated rotation pattern over and over, and I'm working on changing it into a pattern of a mouse. But you can see how it will look across a full page over and over and over and over again. So that is how you make your rotation tile and complete the pattern.